Pediatricians are physicians who diagnose, treat, and help prevent children's diseases and injuries. After considering the many options and opportunities that the health sciences has to offer, pediatrics seems like the best fit for me simply due to my love towards children and wanting to help others. So what is a pediatrician? Pediatricians are doctors concerned with the physical, emotional, and social well-being of children from infancy to young adulthood. Although it is a specialty in itself, pediatrics also has a multitude of subspecialties ranging from neonatology, oncology, and hematology to developmental, behavioral, pediatrics, and psychiatry. Those who choose to be pediatricians have to love being around children and advocating for children's issues. Occupations at this level generally require a first professional degree. Completion of the academic program usually require at least 6 years of full-time equivalent academic study, including college study prior to entering the professional degree program. First up, there's the 4 years of undergraduate study, which should include pre-medical courses in biology, chemistry, physics, and math. Medical school is another 4 years during which they'll complete various clinical rotations in medicine. You may complete 4 years of allopathic medical school to earn a medical doctor degree, or you might opt to complete 4 years of osteopathic medical school to earn a doctor of osteopathic medicine degree. This is followed by 3 years of residency, when budding pediatricians receive additional training in various pediatric specialties. Pediatricians who choose a subspecialty like oncology or dermatology can expect to spend another 2 to 6 years in a fellowship learning those catered skills. All physicians must be licensed by their state to treat patients. Requirements vary by state, but in general, physicians must complete a graduate medical program that includes clinical rotations, complete a residency, and pass the United States medical licensing examination. While not technically required to practice, most physicians pursue board certification in their specialty. Pediatricians first pursue general pediatric certification, and those who want to become certified in a subspecialty can start the subspecialty certification process. To become certified in a pediatric subspecialty, pediatricians must show that they have completed training and contributed to scholarly activity and research in their field. Board certification shows patients that you hold a high level of competency in your chosen specialty. As with any other physician, pediatricians have many daily tasks and job duties. The responsibilities of pediatricians are abundant. They perform many of the same duties as physicians, including reviewing medical histories, ordering diagnostic tests if needed, and recommending treatment plans. However, they are specially trained to diagnose and treat conditions that are common or unique to infants, children, and teens. They also administer vaccinations, treat minor injuries, and advise parents on proper health care for their child's age. Physical labor is practically non-existent, but mentally, pediatricians must constantly use their mathematical and scientific knowledge when assessing their patients and administering medicines. Pediatricians work indoors in places that are well lit and comfortable. Almost 40%, practice in suburban environments and spend the majority of the time with others. When providing direct care, almost the entire workday will call for constant contact with patients and their families. Depending on whether they work at a hospital or are part of a private or group practice, their work environments may vary. According to the U.S. Department of Labor, Employment, and Training Administration, the median yearly pay for pediatricians in the United States is $168,990, with an above-average median for the state of Georgia at $170,700. Still, children's doctors generally earn less than doctors with other specialties. Pediatricians' salaries are at the bottom among all physicians, below family medicine and endocrinology. However, it is found that pediatricians are satisfied with their income and are among the doctors most satisfied with their profession overall. With a specialized medical degree in pediatrics, pediatricians have many options in the type of work environment they want, as well as the ability to choose to work in general pediatrics or specialize in areas that treat more advanced child health issues. Most medical professionals have regular vacation time and sick pay in their compensation programs. For pediatricians who work in hospitals or clinics, vacation is usually 3 to 4 weeks per year. New job opportunities are very likely in the future in the field of pediatrics. As you can see from the graph, compared to other professions in the medical field, pediatrics has grown significantly in the past couple of decades, and the trend will likely not stop there. The Bureau of Labor Statistics projects that employment of pediatricians in the United States will grow by 10% between 2014 and 2024, faster than the average for many other occupations. As the population grows and more people gain access to health insurance and healthcare, it is expected to drive overall growth in the demand for physician services as consumers continue to seek high levels of care that use the latest technology, diagnostic tests, and therapies. Pediatricians get to spend their time treating children, a gratifying career that allows you to be of service as well as work with cute kids and babies. If you do your job well enough, you might also have chances to advance in your career. For pediatricians, advancement may take many forms based on your personal ambitions. Many advance through employment by becoming the head of their team in a hospital or even branching out to open their own practice. Others advance through specialization, where they must go on for further training in a program called a fellowship so that they can specialize in a certain area and even have the potential to become a pediatric surgeon. In conclusion,
adults. To become a physician, you have to do well in high school. You have to have a pretty decent GPA. A lot of the classes that are important, I would say, are the science classes, the chemistry, biochemistry is a big one, anatomy and physiology. If you're doing well in your science classes and doing well in anatomy classes, then you're at least ahead of the curve potentially to do well in medicine in the long term. In college, you can basically major in anything you want as long as you do the pre-medicine requirements, which is a lot of science and a lot of lab classes. And then during college, you have to take a test called the MCAT, which is the Medical College Admissions Test, and lift this leg off the table. College was 4 years, and then medical school is going to be 4 years. And then you apply to the residencies. Pediatrics is about 3 years. And then once you're done with residency, you get to go off into the real world and find an actual job in your specialty. I think staying focused is one of the hardest parts going through the whole medical training program. There's some very grueling hours. You work 80-hour work weeks, sometimes more, and you're expected to still stay on task and know what you're doing, and you're treating patients, you're saving lives, because those grueling shifts can be quite hard to overcome if your heart's not in it.
Can you order some labs for that patient, for Scarlett?
There's a lot of pressure to be perfect in medicine. Not being afraid to ask questions and say, I'm not quite sure about this is a big part of being confident in medicine, because you're not always going to know everything. In pediatrics, you kind of just have to be very comfortable with babies and kids and playing with them, and don't be afraid to make a fool of yourself when you're doing the exam to kind of make them laugh and make them more comfortable.
from this career research, I have learned a lot about the field of pediatrics, especially in terms of the amount of schooling and training and certification that I would have to go through before I would be recognized as a pediatrician and be able to practice medicine on children. I am now very aware of the long process and several years of college that I need to plan money and time for, as well as the many different pathways and specialties that the medical field has to offer. Although I may have to rethink some aspects, such as the verbal abilities required to be a pediatrician, I think that after all this research, a career in pediatrics would be well suited for me. I will likely go into college on a pre-med track and complete all requirements so that I can fulfill becoming a pediatrician.